Hi and welcome. In this video I want to talk about the changes in my strategy if I wanted to write CFE for the second time or third time. To be honest, before receiving the result I have thought about it that how I'm going to change my strategy and how differently I'm going to practice and study. CFE or any other exam is not only the test of your knowledge, it's tricks that you should know. It's not only about your knowledge. Some of the people and candidates who fail exams, not only CFE, they have a very rich knowledge, but they don't know the techniques. First of all, I will take a look at the weaknesses and looking and searching for why I failed day 1 or day 2 and 3. It can be for many different reasons. It can be for time management, or I didn't have enough time to write some of the AOs, or I didn't allocate my time properly, that there are videos for day 2 and 3 for time management, or maybe you didn't know how to answer some of the FR or MA AOs, which is going to be lack of technical. Or there are some surprising AOs in day 2, especially that you didn't know how to search them in the handbook. So you should be more familiar with the handbook and learn how to search in the handbook, because you cannot memorize everything. There's going to be some surprising AOs that you have to use handbook for those ones. And as you know, day 2 is the only day that you can pass your role. Day 3 is not the day that you can pass your role. So don't count on day 3 to pass your role. So let's see what I'm gonna do if I want to write CFE for the second time or third time. Many of you that watching this video have started reviewing technicals. It's really good, but reviewing the technicals, studying the IFRS, ASPE, MA, finance, tax, it will take till the end of the world. Never finishes, especially FR section. So what I highly recommend is that start practicing cases and learn FR, MA and any different parts from the cases, because you have already studied FR, you have already studied different topics and sections, you are already familiar with the type of cases. When you practice cases, then you should go review the solution, have a very good debrief. We have talked about debriefing, a proper high quality debriefing in the previous videos, and you should review them on a weekly basis, because you will forget them, and it's normal. It happens for every CPA candidate. And when you finish the exam, when you finished your debriefing and reviewing the solution very deeply, go to the handbook or any notes that you have and make sure that you are familiar with the main paragraphs, where they are located and which paragraphs are important. Review them again and again. And then don't forget ASPE, because you may get ASPE in your day 2 or your day 3 cases. The chance of IFRS and ASPE is kind of 50-50 and you can never predict it. So review both IFRS and ASPE together at the same time. Make sure that you are ready for both of them. When I was studying and practicing during the summer for CFE, I had a plan to practice cases more than once. I was successful to practice some of them, not all of them, some of them more than once, but not all of them. But I knew that if I fail in September, so I want to practice cases more than twice, or maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times. It's gonna be really helpful to get more familiar with the time management and the AOs and the handbook. So if you are writing CFE for the second time or third time, plan to practice cases more than once. The other thing is that don't forget to review your notes and again debriefing notes. You easily forget them, believe me. When you see a new case, you forget the previous cases that you practiced, and it is totally normal. So spend at least couple of hours per week to review your previous notes. The other thing that I think in every single video I mentioned it is practice under exam condition. By practicing under exam condition, you will understand lots of things. You will understand in which areas you are really strong and you have to keep them, and what's going to be your weaknesses. Maybe you are not familiar with the handbook that you will learn in under exam condition how to use the handbook, or maybe you don't know how to allocate time properly, and only under exam condition you will understand how to allocate properly the time. Time management is a very big issue for almost 99% of the CPA candidates and CFE writers. If I wanted to write CFE for a second or third time, I had a plan to find a good marker and ask him or her to mark my cases. I know that you can mark your cases yourself, but what I felt is that I would say, no, because of this word, it's okay. You know, it's a kind of professional judgment, or you want to give yourself a bonus because you have spent so much time for studying and you think that, okay, you write it properly, but marker don't think like you, or you felt that you wrote something but you didn't and you knew that, and you may think that you have written some parts of the solution but you didn't write it. You knew that but you didn't have time to write it, or because of the stress you forgot to write it. But the marker see what is in the paper, what is in your Word document, and it's going to be real marking. And a good marker is the marker that writes your strength and your weaknesses. And not only this, marker should mention how to keep the strength and how to improve the weaknesses, and it makes the situation better and better. If you have any other tips, write below in the comments, which is going to be really helpful for the other CFE writers. I hope you find this video helpful and deeply wish you pass CFE and celebrate all your hard working. Appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. If you have any question, ask me below in the comments. Thanks again for watching and see you soon.